Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Man, I'm snickering because this past few weeks I've been doing videos about the economy and just how people are surviving. You know what I'm saying? In this society, you know what I mean? American society, or just overall in America. Just a couple of days, I saw a special on Gen Zs and how they are able to acquire home ownership. And they had, two friends that, Gen Zs. I think one was 25, the other one was like 26, 27. And in order for them to experience home ownership, they had to come together and live in one house. This is ridiculous. One single family house. Two people had to sign a lease on that house in order to experience home ownership. And this is crazy, man. Just no lie. This is my word. Right across, the street from me, there's a couple of guys that are doing the same thing. It's like 4 or 5 of them in a single family house, and they're doing the same exact thing. This is ridiculous. If it's not your friends and family having to come together, multi-families moving into one single family house in order to own a house, if it's not that what you're dealing with, then you're dealing with corporate landlords such as America's Home for Rent, Progress, and the likes. Now, I'm going to be personal with you. I live in an America's Home for Rent house. And up and down my block, in this community, America's Home for Rent is just buying up these houses. And yeah, true indeed, you can rent from them, but you can't own them. Right down the street, they built a whole new community, brand new houses. You can rent from them. America's Home for Rent, that is. I'm pretty sure it's a little bit of Progress in there. And it's another one, another corporate landlord that I'm failing to mention. I forgot their names. It's like 3 or 4 of them in Charlotte. Yeah, you can live in that community. You can rent, but not own. This is what we're dealing with in 2024. And people will tell me and others, man, stop complaining, man. Get up off your ass and do what you need to do. Yeah, I know what you're going to go into. You're going to talk about hyperinflation and how gas prices are roller coaster going up and down and how the food is expensive and all the rest of that stuff. But that's life. This is what people are going to tell me. You a man, stop complaining and get up off your ass and do something. See, the thing of it is, with you, Langston, and the others is that maybe what you're doing is not enough. That in order to live in today's society, you got to work harder. Well, let me tell you something. I can't stand to hear some shit like that. Because I could go as far back as when I was 16 years old. A baby boomer. My grandmother's husband told me the same exact shit. Yeah, you get you a job. You work hard. And then you'll be able to have something. Have what? I don't think people understand that. I've known people to work harder and still ain't had shit in life. How about that? What about the men that have worked 25 plus years and have retired? That's on a fixed income. Men and women. They old now. They grade up. They're on a fixed income. When inflation comes around, the prices of food and everything goes up, your necessities, but not their check that they get, whether it's Social Security, SSI, a pension, or whatever. So you know what these old men and old women have to do? I see them in the grocery store all the time. You do too. They got to get carts at 70 years old. They got to be at a cash register, 70, 75 years old. And everybody's telling them, oh, hurry up, hurry up. They older now. So what you want to tell grandpa and grandma? To work harder? It is never corporate world's fault. It's never the politicians' fault. It's always common folks' fault. The reason why we're struggling. Which pisses me off. I hate that shit. If it ain't a bunch of motherfuckers talking about you need to work harder, it's the politicians saying, well, you know, this is what you hear this from Donald Trump, you hear this from Kamala Harris, you hear this every 4 years. You know, we just want to fix the economy because we understand people are trying to make ends meet. Man, I'm so tired of that fucking shit too. Because if you're so tired of people if you feel as though that you want to make a difference, you understand the problem. People are trying to make ends meet. We don't need no election. This is a state of emergency. We need to put down this jackass, donkey, Democratic campaign that y'all running and this elephant Republican campaign that you're running. We need to put down the red and the blue, these two different fucking opposing forces going against each other. We need to put this shit down. And everybody needs to come together. And look out for the common folks. The people that help America thrive. That keeps the infrastructure, the fiber of America going. Stop sending our tax money or just overall our money to Ukraine, to Israel. No, we need that. That's why I side with the Gen Zs. That's why I make these videos. Because see, some people ain't going to, that's older. That's the Gen Z's parents and older people. They're not going to tell you about the past. They're going to tell you it's your fault. They're going to tell you the same shit that they told me, to work harder. And see, y'all peep game. That's the reason why nobody really don't like y'all. Because y'all refuse to work for nothing. Some of y'all refuse to leave out your parents' house because you're not walking out into that jungle. And I don't fault you for that. I don't. You're not willing to run in that gerbil wheel like your parents. You're willing to question your government. You're willing to question corporations. You're willing to question what has been going on from year after year after year after year. And not only do you question it, you know what I'm saying? You say, hey, listen, I'm out. I'm stepping back. I'm not doing that. Because you saw what it did to your mother and your father. See, I'm not Gen Z, I'm Gen X. And I saw what working in this capitalistic society did to my mother and father. I can tell you without getting real deep and personal about my parents' condition, they ain't in the best shape. They ain't in best health. I can tell you that. I can tell you when I get into my 60s and 70s, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like them. Now taking heed, my parents are financially set. But see, that's the thing. This is what you have to do when you're in the United States and America spelled 3 Ks. You got to give up something. If you focus more on yourself, you can't be rich and successful like that. If you focus more on working and building something in this fictitious society that we live in, then you're going to have to sacrifice your health. And a lot of people have done that. I'm not going to be one of them. I'm not one of them, to be real with you. We're all adults. So don't say, hey, man, you got foul language, whatever. You already know who y'all fucking with. So stop it. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If I can't wake up and my dick don't be fucking hard, then guess what? I don't want to work. I don't want to motherfucking have a bank account that got 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking zeros behind it. Because little do you know, that's the first sign that the male gender is going through something. If your penis is not engorged, is not engorged with blood in it. I'm not saying all the time, but some of the times, especially if you have a wife that sleeps with you, a significant other, girlfriend or whatever, that sleeps with you. If you don't wake up in the morning with a hard on, I'm telling you, there's something wrong with your body. That's guaranteed. That's the first signs of letting you know that there's something going wrong with your body. And this is not me bragging, being braggadocious. But most of my mornings, I wake up with my man standing straight up like this. Straight up. You ever seen when a president walks into a building and those soldiers on the left and the right hand side, they like this? That's how my man is. For real, that's my word. Health is wealth. And if you don't invest into yourself, then guess what? You investing in someone else. And it ain't nothing like you getting up every day, busting your ass, living out somebody else's dream. Woo! I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm holding my balls on this one, man. Seriously, this is my word. It ain't nothing like it. That man out there that you working for is enjoying his or her life while you clocking in and out every day. And guess what? America's telling you. You working 40 plus hours out of the week, plus weekends. You hear the phonetics? Week, W-E-A-K, W-E-E-K. Phonetically, they sound the same. So when your week has ended, meaning that y'all don't feel me, man. Y'all don't feel me. Y'all don't feel me. Your weakness has ended. You have been weak from Monday to Friday. Now your week has ended. Your weakness has ended. Now you can be who and what you want to be on Saturday and Sunday. You even give that away. So here you working Monday through Sunday. I got a family member. I don't want to mention his name. His plan was, you know what? I'm gonna retire. He worked 2 jobs for 15 years straight. And the last couple of years, he worked every fucking day. because he wanted to increase his pension or some shit like that. Damn near killed him. America will still tell you, you ain't working hard enough if you can't pay your bills. If you get a pension, you retire, you get your pension, your SSI, and you want a fixed income, and boom, the pandemic drop. And then after that, and hyperinflation, bow, take that. Shrinkflation, bow, take that. Funflation, bow, take that. When that hits your pockets, and you start to complain, because that's what America will say. You're complaining. Man, shit, hyperinflation is killing me. Man, shrinkflation is killing me. You know what I'm saying? I went to go get a box of fucking, you know how old people are. You know, I went to go get me some orange juice. What is it? What is it, old people? Orange juice, prune juice, oatmeal, grits, and some toast, bagels. Man, do you know the orange juice used to be this big for $3.25? Now it's this big for $3.25. They done shrunk the amount that I used to, you know, they done shrunk the amount of orange juice. It's still the same price, but they shrunk the amount now. So $3.25, I ain't getting this much orange juice anymore. I'm getting this much now. People sit back and say, well, apparently you didn't work hard enough when you were working. Hey man, listen, let me ask you this question for those that tell me and others to work harder. When does it get to the point where, let's say, rent is $5,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. Bread is $8 for one slice. Are you going to tell me that I need to work harder? When does it get to the point where, to pay for that shit? When does it get to the point where you just say, I'm not going to say that anymore because it don't make sense? When I have 5 jobs, when I say, hey, listen, man, I got 5 jobs, man. I don't have no days off. Matter of fact, I live at the plant that I'm working at. The only breaks that I get is to eat shit, and they give me about 5-6 hours of sleep. I go to my cot and I sleep right next to the machinery that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? Or right next to my workspace. I got a cot right there. And my daughter sleeps right next to me, and my wife sleeps right next to me too. They help me out as well. Are you going to tell me to, oh, excuse me, let me take that back, because I said that my daughter, my wife is helping me out during, while I'm working. Are you going to tell us to work harder then? I mean, the question is when does it get to the point where it's your politician's fault? It's the corporate world's fault. Like, when does the blame game stop on us people? When? Because see, little do you know, before I said I quit that rat race, I was working like regular folks. Man, you know how many jobs I've had? I've worked and done some of everything. Construction work. I've bagged groceries. I've flipped pizzas. I've worked at a cafeteria. I mean, you name it. I've done. And I can tell you, out of all those jobs, didn't make a difference how many hours I worked, how many jobs I had. The only way I was able to survive, because we talking about back in the 90s, it wasn't really no hyperinflation, none of that shit going on. Prices were affordable. But I can tell you, the same jobs that I worked in the 90s, if I would have worked those same jobs now in 2024, it wouldn't have mattered what job I was on. None of them would be able to keep up with this economy. In other words, I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. I got motherfucking people that I say associates. They're not really my friends. People that I know around this neighborhood and shit that I'm in. I wake up to take a shit about 6 in the morning. You can hear their car cranking up, and then they driving off. Let me take it back. You know what I'm saying? Not take it back, but let me say it a better way than taking the shit, because I know how y'all get all. Anyway, Motherfuckers be talking about how much I curse and stuff, and y'all be the same motherfuckers be looking at movies that got curse words in them. Ain't that some shit? You know what I mean? You know, you be looking at stand-up comedians cursing and stuff, and you don't never say to your TV or to any of these comedians, they should stop cursing. You want me to be PG. We living in a... All right, man, I'm going left field with it. Let me get back on track. I go defecate, you know what I'm saying? About 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. And those same people I saw leave 6 in the morning, they coming back 7, 8 o'clock at night. People are tired. And people are tired, but they still get up and do the same shit every fucking day. I get so goddamn tired of that goddamn working hard enough shit. I swear to you, man. I get so tired of that shit. So tired of it. And I keep on saying the same shit. And people keep on giving me these stupid ass excuses. I don't care why the banks had to get bailed out in 2008, 2009, and 2006. It was around 2000. All these banks and corporations, overall corporations, was getting bailed out from 2000 on up. I don't care. I don't care what reason it was. They got bailed out. How many times have American common folks people been bailed out? How many times? And don't tell me that pandemic shit. When the pandemic hit, we got stimulus checks. No. See, this is what the stimulus checks were for. To stimulate the economy. And let me tell you something. Ask Pretty Ricky this. Ask my brother this. I said it while we was getting those stimulus checks. I say we because I was getting a stimulus check. But you know what I was doing with the money that I was getting? I was paying my rent and all my bills, credit cards and all the rest of that stuff. I was being a responsible adult because I knew what these niggas gonna go do. I knew it. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I may not be the smartest nigga on the block. May not be. But I knew exactly what they were going to do. Ask Pretty Ricky. I'm telling you, I already knew what they were going to do. I said, y'all going out to Disney World. Y'all buying cars and all of that stuff and gadgets, doing shit that, you couldn't afford to do when you was just working a regular job. You know what I'm saying? And then you were like, in your mind, you like, yeah, man, they free money. That's what you said. That's what these niggas said. They said the government is giving out free money. You should have seen here in Charlotte, seen it, but then also heard it on the radio. Man, I got my stimulus check. I'm going out doing da-da-da-da-da. And I said in my head, and I said to Pretty Ricky, I said, yo, the government's going to get that money back one way or another. When they let everybody out and those prices shot up, rewind it back a little bit. Corporations getting edgy. Hey man, y'all giving out free money. This is government. The corporation talking to the government. Y'all giving out free money. What the hell is going on? Man, I'm losing employees. I'm losing money. The government was like, shh. To Target, Walmart, Pfizer, all of these companies and corporations. The list goes on. Let me tell you a secret. Don't worry about it. The joke's on them. You're going to get your money that you're losing 4 times over. We got you. And they did. And they're still getting money. Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked up the CEOs of these companies and corporations and how much they make per year? Because I can tell you, I can guarantee you that they don't work harder than the average motherfucker. Let's say, for example, the CEO of McDonald's. I guarantee you, he or her, she or he, him, them, zim, gim. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, with all of these pronouns and shit nowadays. I don't know if it's him, she, her, zim, ziggy, zagga, zirp, brent, zirp, brant. So I don't want to disrespect anyone. But I guess I'll say it. You know what I mean? I don't know these days. But I can guarantee you, whoever is the CEO of McDonald's isn't working more harder than the motherfucker that works at McDonald's flipping burgers. I can guarantee you that. Do you tell the CEO to work harder? Straight up. For all you holy rollers, the ones that pass out, oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Do you tell, when you go to church and you praying to God, do you tell Jesus to work harder on these prayers, on those blessings? Because it's wicked out here. Do you tell Jesus, hey, you need to work harder? I don't know where you at exactly in the universe. You know, you're saying you on your way. Well, you need to work harder, faster to get here, because we in some stressful times. That's what I'm trying to understand. Somebody told me I need to be a pastor. Amen. Start passing this plate around. Come on, donations. You see, when I start asking for donations, oh man, he broke, he ain't got no money. It's Sunday, my nigga. You gave donations to the church. I'm preaching the gospel. Cash App. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts. The Cash App is around there in the front of the channel. Tell me I will need to work fucking harder. Miss me with that, man. Much respect for those that ain't getting in that gerbil wheel. Oh, fucking shit. Shit's crazy, man. But I know it's crazy because I ain't working hard enough. Miss me with that.